Adam here with Brooksaw Antiques. Today we have this 1951 Smith Corona Silent vintage portable typewriter. I'm going to show you how to use the functions and make sure they all work. Made in the USA and one of the top typewriters of all time. This is basically the early version of the Silent Super, and they just included a tab set and clear on the right side of the Silent Super. Otherwise, it's basically the same machine. This one has a manual tab set in the back with the tabs, and I'll show you how to use that once I get to that section. Up top is the adjustable paper guide. This helps you guide the page in straight. I'm going to line that up with the edge of the platen, which is the main roller that feeds the paper. This is the left margin. This is the right margin. I'm going to reset those once I load the page. And this is the paper support arm that flips up from the back. And this is the paper bail that sits on top. It's got 3 adjustable rollers. And we also have 2 paper fingers to hold the page down nice and tight. And that's when you know you're dealing with a premium Smith Corona. And since the page is a little crooked, I'm going to flip the paper release forward, and I'm going to straighten that out like this, flip it back, and now we have a straight page. So I did say I was going to switch those margins. So right now that left margin is good. You just want to make sure that it's not too close to that paper finger, or else you'll get stuck on the vibrator. And we'll test the right one before I get too far down. That looks really good. You can move it a little bit to the right, but if you get too close to the paper finger, you will catch on that. But right now I'm just going to keep it the way it is. And this, to adjust the margins, you just push them down and move them from left to right. Once you hear the bell, you're near the end of the margin. Hit this line space, get you back to the beginning, and skips 1, 2, or 3. Right now we have it on single, but if you want double, just flip that switch back 1 notch. It skips 2. 1 more, it skips 3. We're going to keep that on single for now and finish typing. As you can see, all the keys type nice and none of them skip or stick. I'll type a sentence in red on the next line and switch from black to red. There's a switch on the right side here. Flip that down to the red indicator. It prints the bottom portion of the ribbon, which is red. When you have it in the middle, it doesn't print any ink at all. It just leaves a stencil for copying purposes. When you have it up top on the blue indicator, it prints the top portion of the ribbon, which is black. We're going to move that down for red. This is probably the most refined typewriter that Smith Corona ever made. This in the Silent Super. It's absolutely perfect almost when it comes to smooth, comfort, precision, quality of print, all that. Everything is just, they took their timing and they got this one right. Elite typeface, prints 12 characters per inch. It's got a little bit of a scuff mark here, and that's usually from when you have the hood up a little tiny bit and then you drag the line space, and that scuffs it up. Very normal wear and tear on typewriters. All right, so to pull the page out easier, we're going to use that paper release again. It allows you to pull the page out easier or load thicker paper like carbon copy or cardstock. Make sure you flip that back before you load the next page or else it won't load correctly. Going to put the color back on black and flip this down for now. Got a shift on each side, then shift lock on the left. To clear that, just hit the shift button again, backspace on the top left. Very good. So the tabs, we're going to set those. They're already set actually on 10 space intervals. So this is why they call them tabs, by the way. It's got little tabs that you insert on this rack, and there's a scale to tell you exactly what space you stop on. And there's 6 of them on this one. It just stops at each one of those tabs. Very good. MR stands for margin release. When you get to the end of the margin, there's a mechanism that blocks you from printing. Hit that MR button. It does allow you to type past that all the way to the end or until you get stuck on that paper finger there. And this isn't, a lot of people comment when I post these, but it's not actually silent, but it's much quieter than the other typewriters from this era, which is usually the Clipper and the Sterling. So you get the silent and then later on the Silent Super, just a super refined machine. It's a little bit quieter. I don't know if they did anything different besides padding all the interior, but it feels different than a Clipper. It sounds much different. All right. I think that's it for the keyboard. We're going to open the hood. All the brand new ribbons loaded on the left side, so it's pulling to the right clockwise. If you want to switch that direction, just flip this switch on the left above the backspace upward, and it'll pull to the left. Flip it downward, it pulls to the right. This is your touch control from low to high. Low being all the way to the right, high being all the way to the left, and anything in between just increases the tension. That increases the tension when you hit the keys, so you do have to hit the keys a little bit harder for than the print, but they respond faster, so you just want to play with that to gauge your preference. As far as touch control goes, carriage release on both sides, super smooth. Just really love this machine. This model, this one in the Silent Super, a lot of people rank them as #1 of all time because just a lot of different reasons. This is your carriage lock. If you flip it up, hold it up, it releases the carriage and locks it in the middle. So when you have it in the case, it doesn't bang around causing damage to your internal components. To unlock it, just push the carriage to the right, carriage release on the left. Very good. And this will disable your line space so you can get to an exact spot on the page. You push it in, you get the clicks. Each one of those clicks is one space. And the same concept with this lever on the inside here. You flip that down, it disables the spacing. Flip it up, you get the clicks. You just want to be careful doing that because you will lose your line. And that's it. Now available on eBay or Etsy. Search Brooksaw Antiques.